on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my Spyral deck profile for the post-maximum crisis format. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ever since the release of the sneak peek, you guys have been spamming me on my Facebook page asking for an updated list of this deck, and here it is guys. And as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. And you know what, if you guys stay to the end of the video and listen to all my card choices, I'll be, showcase you guys, some combos that you guys can do with the new Spyral deck, and there's some crazy cool 2-card combo you guys can do. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, I have a new dinosaur playmat now available. The playmats are selling very fast, so if you guys are interested in purchasing one and helping support the team, please message me on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link in the description box below. To start off with a monster, you want to play triple Spyral Super Agent. This card is the main monster of the deck. You guys know what Spyral Super Agent does. Call the top card of your opponent's deck. If you call it right, you get a special summon this card from your hand, and also you get to destroy a spawn trap card on your opponent's side of the field, which is really good. It's also a 1900 beat stick, and with Spyral gear fully armed, he becomes 2900, which is pretty cool as well. Next, you want to play double Spyral Tough. I see a lot of builds where people do not play this card, but I really question why they don't. Spyral's Tough is really good. One, it gives you information on what card is on top of your opponent's deck, so that way that you can easily special summon Spyral Super Agent from your hand. So you usually normal summon Tough, target a monster you want to control, call the card on top of your opponent's deck. If you call it right, you pop a card or a monster or a card on the field, and also that way that since you already know the top card of your opponent's deck, you can freely special summon Spyral Super Agent from your hand to destroy another spawn trap card on the field, which is really powerful. And last but not least, you want to play for these Spyral monsters is Spygal Misty. I felt like with the release of the new Spyral Rescue mission, she actually becomes more alive because you're able to just tutor out monsters with Banishing Spyral Rescue mission from the graveyard, special summon a Spyral Super Agent, and then you can summon Spygal Misty, potentially being able to draw a card, which is really good, and also activate her Kieran effect to bounce back the Super Agent from your deck to your hand. Not from your deck to your hand, from your field to your hand, and then return a monster your opponent controls. And since if you already called the draw effect right, what you can do is that you can activate, Super Agent in hand, and then special summon it and destroy another spawn trap, which is pretty cool. So Spygal Misty, I believe at least a 1-of makes a deck complete. You guys don't have to play her, because the only downside of her is that she's not a Spyral monster. If instead, they changed the G to an R, this card would have been really broken and would be considered a 3-of. Next off, I believe the second best card in the deck, triple Spyral Quick Fix. This card is your main search card of the deck. It helps you search all your Spyral gears from your deck to your hand, and its effect is not once per turn. His secondary effect in the graveyard is also really good as well, because you're able to pitch a card from your hand to the graveyard while you control a Super Agent, special summon this card from your grave. And when this card is normal summon or special summon, he gets to activate his effect to search a Spyral gear card from your deck to your hand, and it's not a once per turn effect. And with the release of cards that can utilize itself in the graveyard, such as Spyral Rescue Mission, you can send those cards to the graveyard to summon Quick Fix and activate those cards in the grave for banishing it to activate their effect to special summon a Spyral monster from your grave. Next off, you want to play one Spyral Gear Drone. The reason why I play this card at 1 is because 1, it helps you look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to be able to get information on on what card is on top of your deck, so that way that your Super Agent can be freely summoned. The last effect is that you can banish this card and 1 Spyral card from your graveyard, then target 1 Spyral Super Agent in your grave and add it to your hand. I believe that with the release of the new trap card Spyral Rescue Mission, the Rescue Mission essentially does the same thing, where you can recycle your Super Agents from your graveyard to your hand. And I believe that you only need 1 copy just for you to get information on the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Alright guys, and last but not least for our Spyral engine is you want to play the new Spyral support, Spyral Gear Last Resort, and 1 Spyral Sleeper. The only reason why you play double copies of Spyral Gear Last Resort is because it is a searchable card off the Quick Fix. You can target 1 Spyral monster control, equip this card from your hand to that target. While this card is equipped to a monster by this effect, the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. Also, your opponent cannot target it with a card effects. So this this card essentially makes your Spyral become invincible. So what you can do with this card is that since the release of the new Spyral Gear Mission Rescue, if you have a Mission Rescue on the field, you can send that card to the graveyard, so that way that your Super Agent can attack directly this turn. Then you can activate Spyral Mission Rescue from the graveyard to banish yourself, special summon another Spyral monster from your grave, and just basically push for more damage, which is pretty good. So if you guys do not know what Spyral Sleeper effect, its effect is that, cannot be normal summon reset, must be special from your hand by banishing 3 Spyral cards from your graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn, during the player's turn, you can target 1 Spyral card you control and up to 2 cards your opponent controls and destroy them. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or by card effect sent to the graveyard, destroy as many cards you control as possible, and if you do, special 1 Spyral Super Agent from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, so what's really good about Spyral Sleeper is that 1, it's able to send your new Spyral mission, rescue from your field to the graveyard to destroy up to two monsters your opponent controls. So not only if this card is a card disruptor or combo disruptor, especially if your opponent are playing Zodiacs, they're trying to mid combo you, you can activate a Spyral Sleeper effect to send card like Spyral Mission Rescue that's face up on the field to your graveyard to target two other cards your opponent controls and just destroy them. It just doesn't destroy monster, it destroys spell and trap cards as well. So if your opponent are activating cards like Diagram, you can activate cards like Spyral Sleeper to destroy the card. And the only reason why you play one copy of Spyral Sleeper is because this card is searchable off the Spyral Last Resort. And also, you guys are probably questioning why I do not play Spyral Master Plan. Spyral Master Plan is a great card, but I feel like, with the current build that you're in, you're trying to turbo out Spyral Sleeper as quickly as you can, and I believe that you do not play as many Spyral Mission cards as you used to in the previous build. So I believe that her effect isn't as useful in, the modern build that I would like to incorporate in this list. If you guys definitely want to incorporate Spyral, Master Plan in the deck, you guys can go ahead and do so. This is my list, guys. As I said before, just use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can play in the deck. And last but not least, we're going to play the one Maxi. You guys know how broken Maxi is. Let's go out to our spell real quick. The best spell card in the deck, of course, is Triple Spyral Resort. This card is your searcher and also is your recycler every single end phase, which is really amazing. So during the end phase, you get to pay the maintenance cost, okay, of sending a monster from your graveyard back into your deck to keep this card on the field. And that's really good because it helps you recycle your deck and also helps you replenish all the reserves back into your deck, which is really amazing. And you must play triple copies of this card is because you want to open this card as quickly as possible. So Triple Spyral Resort is really good. And you know what? And if you want to see it more often, you got to play Triple Terraforming. A lot of people play this at 2, but if you know what, you need to see Resort in your hand as quickly as you can. And also, this card isn't really dead because it can be used as discard fodder for Spyral Quick Fix and Grave, which is really good. Okay, and next I'm going to play Triple Spyral Gear Big Red. This card is your Monster Reborn in the deck. Brings back Tough, brings back Super Agent, and also if you bring back Tough effect is not once per turn, so you can constantly pop if you know the top card of your opponent's deck. And the new card that you get out of the new set is Double Spyral Gear Fully Armed. This card is amazing, especially when you have Last Resort and Spyral, Spyral Gear Fully Armed equipped to a monster. It's pretty beefy and it's pretty hard for your opponent to get over it. If you guys don't know what Spyral Gear Fully Armed effect is, that equip only to a Spyral Super Agent, so that means you can equip to Spyral Tough and also Spyral Super Agent, of course. It gains 1,000 attack, and if destroys an opponent monster by battle, you can manage both the opponent destroyed monster and one card your opponent controls. So the secondary effect of, you can manage one card your opponent controls does not target. So anytime that your opponent, your Spyral monster destroys an opponent monster by battle, okay, 1, you get to banish that monster, and 2, you get to banish any other card on the field, which is really amazing. And of course, if your opponent were to try to get rid of this card, when this face-up card is on the field, it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So if it's equipped to a monster and your equipped monster is destroyed, this card is essentially being destroyed and sent to the graveyard. You basically get to activate the effect to revive back a Spyral Super Agent monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Next off, you guys want to play for our staples for the Spyrals is definitely Double Machine Duplication. This card is amazing, especially opening up Machine Duplication and also Quick Fix. It's essentially a huge plus for you to have in the deck. So Machine Dupe, which is really good. Bring out 2 more Quick Fix, help you overlay into Silver Princess Sprite, which is very powerful. You're gonna play Triple Instant Fusion. This card is really amazing. Helps you tutor out 1,000 Iris Tricks, Sea Monster of Theseus, and also Norden, which helps you extend your combo plays, which is really amazing. So Norden Instant Fusion is just really good. The ramen noodles, and also you can combo this off with Spyral, Spyral Resort, which I'll showcase you guys a crazy 2-card combo throughout the end of the video. You don't play 1 Reinforce of the Army for your Super Agents, also 1 for 1 for the Quick Fix Tutor Out, and also last but not least, double Cosmic Cyclone to hit those continuous Spawn Trap cards that True Dracos play, and also hitting the Diagram is pretty good as well. So that's pretty much it for your spells. Let's go off to our traps. For the traps, you guys want to play Double Solemn Strike and 1 Solemn Warning. These 3 cards are totally optional to what you guys can play in the deck. You can play, cards like Storm Mirror Force. You can play Quickie Mirror Force instead of Solemn Strikes or Solemn Warning. You can even essentially play Mirror Force if you guys ever want to. You can play Kaiju instead of this card. And next off, you're going to play Double Spyral Mission Rescue and 1 Spyral Gear Utility Wire. I like this card because it's a Phoenix Wing Blast, 4 Spyrals, which is really good, and it's just going to actually help you special summon a lot of Spyral monsters and trigger off a lot of Spyral monsters effect if you know the top card of your opponent's deck. So immediately if your opponent ends your turn, activate Spyral Gear Utility Wire, return the monster that your opponent controls back to the deck, top of the deck, so that way that your Spyral Gear Super Agents, not Spyral Gear, your Spyral Super Agents can become live in your hand. So that way that you can always know what to call on your top of your opponent's deck, which is really good. And it's searchable off the Spyral Quick Fix, and it's also another card that helps you disrupt your opponent's plays, which is really good. So if you guys don't know what Spyral Mission Rescue does, is that once per turn, you can target 1 Spyral monster in your graveyard and return it to your hand. So 1, it helps you do, it's like, you know, a Spyral Resort, but returns it to your hand instead of returning it to the deck. And a secondary effect is really important because if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to target one Spyral monster in the graveyard and special summon it, which is really, really good. And the easy way to send this card to the graveyard is off cards like Spyral Sleeper, off cards like Spyral Quick Fix. So you're always going to have access to this card by sending it to the graveyard, not only by its effect where it gets to destroy itself during the third end phase, after activation, but also pitching it off cards like 1-for-1. Not 1-for-1, you can't pitch it off 1-for-1, sorry. Off pitching it off cards like Coral Dragon, off pitching it with Quick Fix's effect. So that's pretty much it for your traps. Let's go off to your extra deck real quick. Alright guys, so for extra deck for rank 1s, you want to play one Ghost Jewel hand, really good, and double Sylvan Princess Sprite. This card is absolutely amazing. The fact that you're able to, you know, have access to her in today's meta is just really good. For the amount of spell cards and trap cards that you play in the deck, you're more likely going to be guaranteed to mill a trap, or mill a spell card. If you mill any of those cards, it doesn't matter what you mill, as continuous trap, you know, counter trap, you basically get to add that card directly from your graveyard back into your hand, which is really good. Next off, you want to play the Tornado Dragon. I'm sorry that I unfortunately have to proxy this card. I got rid of mine at sneak peek right away, so I'm sorry guys, I have to proxy. Tornado Dragon is really good. Let's go up to our rank 4s now. It basically helps you get rid of spawn trap cards during the player's turn. It's also a quick effect, which is really amazing. One Utopia, one Lightning, one Castell, one Abyss Dweller, and last but not least, one Utopic Feature, F-Zero. Next off for our fusions, 1000 Eyes Restrict, one Elder Entity Norden, and also one Sea Monster of Theseus. This card is really important for the 2-card combo, which I'll showcase you guys very soon. And last but not least, one Ancient Fairy Dragon, one Vermilion Mech, and of course, one Coral Dragon to round off our monster lineup. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. I'll showcase you guys the combo right now. And if you guys definitely, I do not have a side deck built yet, so if you guys can use cards like Dimensional Barrier or Kaijus or things like that in your side deck, you guys can go ahead and incorporate it. So now let's go off to the 2-card combo that I was talking about early on in the video. Alright guys, so let's go out with the 2-card combo that I was talking about. All you need for this combo is an Instant Fusion and Spyral Resort. Instant Fusion is interchangeable if you are playing Gofu in the deck, and the only reason why it's interchangeable with Gofu is because Gofu is a level 5 tuner, which you need a level 5 tuner in this situation for this combo to work. But these 3 cards are totally random cards in your hand, but these are the only 2 cards that you need. So what you're going to do is you want to activate Spyral Resort, okay? Search the Spyral Quick Fix from your deck to your hand. Normal summon Spyral Quick Fix, activate Quick Fix effect to basically add a Spyral Gear Big Red from your deck to your hand. So, okay, so right now you have 4 cards in your hand, 3 random, and of course 1 Spyral Gear Big Red. Okay, now what you're going to do is you want to activate Instant Fusion, pay 1000 life points to special summon a Sea Monster of Theseus from your extra deck. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to single summon these 2, okay, into a Coral Dragon. Cool. So bring out Coral Dragon, and now what you can do, and this is your graveyard right now at this point, okay? I'll put this over here. Now you want to activate Spyral Gear Big Red to provide back the Spyral Quick Fix, okay? Activate Spyral Quick Fix effect to search, okay, what is it called? To search a Spyral Gear Last Resort from your deck to your hand. So, you know, this is the last resort. Add it to your hand. You're back at 4 cards in your hand now, okay? This is your grave. Now what you do is you want to single summon these 2 to the graveyard, sending of course the Spyral Big Red 2 because it was equipped to Spyral Quick Fix. This is your grave to tutor out Ancient Fairy Dragon. Where's my Ancient Fairy Dragon? Here it is. Activate Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect to pop the Spyral last. Well, first you're gonna draw 1 off Coral Dragon. So okay, so now you're gonna draw 1 card. Okay, so this is your hand now. 3 unknown, the card drawn off Coral Dragon and the last resort that you search. Okay, cool. And now what you want to do is you want to activate Ancient Fairy's Dragon's effect to pop the Spyral Resort. Pop it to search another Spyral Resort from your deck to your hand. Okay? And you want to activate Spyral Resort, okay, to search a Spyral Sleeper from your deck to your hand, okay? You don't want to sleep. We don't sleep in these streets, okay? So we bring out the Spyral Sleeper from your deck to your hand, okay? So this is your hand right now. Cool. Okay, a lot of cards in hand. Okay? And now what you're going to do is that since you have... And now, since you have 3 Spyral monsters, since you have 3 Spyral cards in your graveyard, Spyral Resort, Spyral Gear, and of course Spyral Quick Fix, you can banish all those 3 cards from your graveyard, special summon a Spyral Sleeper. Okay, cool. And now you can activate Last Resort and equip Last Resort to Spyral Sleeper, so that way it cannot be destroyed by battle or targeted by your opponent card effect, which is really strong. And then this is your opening board right here with Last Resort, Ancient Fairy, Spyral Sleeper, and also a Last Resort with these cards in the graveyard. And at the end phase, you will pay maintenance costs for Spyral Resort to shuffle back a Coral Dragon or Sea Monster Theseus, and basically just continue your combos further on with Spyral Resort being able to recycle cards back. And you have 4 other cards in your hand. If you open up with this this combo, exact same combo, Spyral Resort, Spyral Resort Instant Fusion and Machine Duplication. That's like the dream hand. You get a Princess Sprite first turn, and it's just so many pluses off this combo alone with the 4 cards. These 4 cards are unknown, and you have this ending board, which is really amazing, and can potentially just activate Ancient Fairy effect again, just pop it next turn to get double searches again, which is really amazing. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and have other combos that you guys want to let me know, please leave in the comment section below. I'll be absolutely amazing, guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright, guys, peace.